Okay, let's cut across to Adi Godrej as he's making some key announcements there and some new acquisitions. Let's cut across.
Here, Godrej Consumer Products has acquired a company called Strength of Nature. This is a USA-based company and is one of the fastest growing companies in the wet hair care space. It has a strong portfolio of heritage wet hair care brands such as African Pride, Profective, Mega Growth, Motions, TCP, Soft and Beautiful, Beautiful Botanicals, and Just for Me. They can't hear?
The camera's can't.
Yeah, but there's notice somewhere. I can't read it. No. The company is very focused on innovative and superior quality affordable products. The company is run by a seasoned management team led by Mario de la Guardia. Over 40% of the company's revenues are from geographies outside the US. Africa is one of the biggest growth opportunities for the company. The acquisition fits in very well with our priority to accelerate our growth in Africa and be the leading player to serve the needs of women of African descent as part of our 3x3 strategy. Africa is one of our main focus areas. Our business in Africa is performing very well and accounts for about a sixth of our total global business. We see tremendous potential in Africa. So far, we have been market leaders in dry hair care and hair colors. Wet hair care is a complementary business to dry hair care. The business will allow us to gain a much stronger foothold in wet hair care. This will enable us to address the complete hair care needs of women of African descent. Through this acquisition, we will also become about the largest player globally in hair care for women of African descent. This provides us with an excellent platform to further drive leadership in hair care for women of African descent. We are confident that we have the right building blocks in place to propel GCPL's growth. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. And now I'll invite Vivek to take us all through a larger presentation which talks about the entire story. So Vivek, all yours.
Good afternoon. I'm pleased to share with you the details of our acquisition of Strength of Nature. Strength of Nature is a US-based company that is one of the fastest growing companies to address the hair care needs of women of African descent. Along with a strong presence in the US, the company's products are sold in 50 plus countries. The company has also been increasingly focusing on growing its business in Africa. The company is known for very innovative products. Strength of Nature has several patents and has launched many firsts in the hair care space. They have a portfolio of very well-known heritage brands such as African Pride, TCB, Motions, Soft and Beautiful, Just for Me, and Profective Mega Growth. Scaling up our Africa business is one of our key priorities in line with our 3x3 approach. Over the past few years, our business in Africa has been growing very rapidly and is now 1/6 of our total business. Apart from driving leadership in dry hair and hair colors, we have also been launching other categories such as home insecticides and air fresheners to serve the African consumer with superior quality products at affordable prices. The portfolio of wet hair care brands from Strength of Nature fits in very well with the rest of our Africa business. We will now be able to address the complete hair care needs of women of African descent. We look forward to leveraging the strong brand equity of the Strength of Nature brands and building a robust platform for wet hair care products in Africa. We believe that the hair care needs of African women are underserved, and we intend to bring the best quality and innovative products to meet the needs of our consumers. In addition, this acquisition provides us with our first on-the-ground presence in the US market. Strength of Nature has seasoned management, world-class manufacturing, and very good retailer and distributor relationships in the USA. The hair care market for multicultural women in the US is also attractive. Over time, we hope to further build and leverage this to grow our business. The fit and synergies between GCPL and Strength of Nature are very compelling. Also, this acquisition now catapults us to becoming the largest player in the world in serving the hair care needs of women of African descent. We now have a great platform to further build and drive global leadership in this business. What I'll do now is just spend a few minutes recapping our overall strategy, and then I'll ask Omar to come and talk a little bit more about the Africa business and Strength of Nature. If you take a look at our globalization journey, becoming global is one of the 7 pillars of our strategy. Along with driving significant growth in our domestic business, over the last few years, we have really been focusing on becoming a more global player in the fast-moving consumer goods industry. And the way we have been going about it is finding very accretive strategic acquisitions as an entry point to be able to further expand our geographic footprint. We've been following a very focused, disciplined strategy, is what we call 3x3, which is a presence in 3 geographies: Asia, Africa, and Latin America, along with deepening our presence in 3 categories. And over the last few years, we've had a very successful track record of identifying good acquisitions, integrating them well, and further driving growth. What our acquisitions have allowed us to do is essentially also extend our core. So from home insecticides, we're now a broader home care play. From hair colors, we are now a broader hair care play. From personal wash, we are now a broader personal care play. And these acquisitions have really transformed the company. So today, almost half of our business and a substantial amount of our profits actually come from our international business. And we hold leading market positions in key categories across geographies. So we typically tend to be a leader in most of the geographies and in most of the categories that we participate in. As a result of it, if you take a look at the track record, the results, and the value creation, a substantial amount of our value creation has come from our acquisition-led growth story. What we've done to ensure success is that we followed some very key principles in terms of how we integrate our acquisitions. We have focused on maximizing the potential of our local brands. We have focused on local innovations and agility. We have tapped into a lot of synergies about various categories, and we've actually steered away from the typical MNC approach of over-integrating, and we've focused on selective integration, but we've put in the right control systems in place to ensure that the acquisitions are running smoothly. Our decision making has been quite decentralized. It's a very entrepreneurial culture, and in most cases we retain the existing management and supplement it over time. And ultimately what unites all of these things together is a common set of Godrej values and principles. But this model has worked quite well for us, and for almost every single acquisition, if you look at the performance pre and post acquisition.
Okay, that's the management of Godrej and making some key announcements there, how they have acquired 100% stake in Strength of Natural LLC. Let's slip into a short break at this point of time, but on the other side, we have lots more. Stay tuned.